Hi students, I am Lisy Dsouza. I am here to teach you English for Standard 7th. This is the front page of the English textbook from the Gujarat State Board. I hope by now all will be having the book. If you do not have, try to see the video till the end. Unit 1, Exploring Symbols. Activity 1. You can see on the right side of your screen Rabindranath Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore was born in Calcutta in 1861. He is the poet who wrote India's national anthem and he won a Nobel Prize in Literature in 1913. Tagore started to write poetry when he was only 8 years old and he published his first poem when he was only 16. For these first names, Tagore did not use his real name, he used a pen name. His pen name in English meant Sun Lion. In Bengali, Bhanu Simha. Bhanu means sun and lion means Simha. The meaning. What is the meaning of pen name? A pen name means an assumed name used by the writer instead of their real name. Literature. Books and writings published on a particular subject. Children, this is an activity. Try to find out the pen name for yourself. This is a homework. Activity 2. Read the poem carefully to yourself. Where the mind is without fear. This poem is basically a view of Rabindranath Tagore that how India, our motherland, would look like after the independence. This poem, Where the Mind is Without Fear, is a collection from the book called Gitanjali. This poem is a prayer that was first written in Bengali and later on it was translated into English by Rabindranath Tagore. This book was acclaimed worldwide and received Nobel Prize for the same. So let us start with our poem. Let us understand the poem. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. The poet wants to say that when India will be free from the Britishers, the people of India can move out freely and can hold their head high. What is the meaning of head is held high? With great respect, because now India will be no more a slave to the Britishers, so they can move around freely. Where knowledge is free. Here, knowledge is free means not free of cost. Here, knowledge is free means without any discrimination of caste, gender, or religion. The poet wants to say, poet prays to the God that each and every one in the country should get the equal right to get educated. Where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls. So the poet wants to say that the poet emphasizes that the world which should not be broken into pieces with the domestic walls. What is domestic walls again, children? Here the caste, creed and religion. Example I tell you, our Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he is the head, he is the brain behind the constitution, but in his earlier days he had to face lot of challenges. He had faced a lot of challenges because of his caste. Where the words come out from the depth of the truth. So the poet again says that the independent India's citizen should have the guts to speak the truth without any prejudice and partiality. where the tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfections. Here, the poet suggests that the people should work very hard to achieve the perfection, to make India a better place, or to help India to grow better. Where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit. So, here again, the poet wants to say that the clear stream of reason means people should have the clarity of thought without following any superstitious belief and without following old customs and tradition. Here, dead habit means old customs and tradition. Example, old customs, you can see the dowry system in our country, the child marriages in our country, the child labor in our country. So these are the dead habit, old traditions, children, which we should not follow. Rabindranath Tagore wants that this kind of traditions should not be followed in the country. Where the mind is led forward by thee into ever widening thought. Ever widening means forever. Thee means Rabindranath Tagore. Since I told you this is a prayer, so Rabindranath Tagore is praying to God that the people should lead the country with new ideas and new thought and new creation for the growth of the and for the betterment of the country and action into that heaven of freedom. My father, who is my father here, children? He is praying to God. My father here says God. An action into that heaven of freedom, my father, let my country awake. So finally, the poet conveys that the places where he finds the above mentioned scopes, it is nothing but heaven of freedom. So here the poet wants to convey a message to all the Indian people that the free India, the India which is liberated from the Britishers, should have all these scopes so that India can be a heaven, a place where the people can live in with peace and safety. New words, children. This is the match the following. I have given the answer on the right hand side. Try to copy it from in your notebook. Activity 3. Look carefully at where the mind is without fear. The poet is talking to someone. As I told you, children, the poem is a prayer. So the poet is talking to God. The subjects of the first three lines of the poems are underlined below. Here in the textbook, it is not underlined, but I'll tell you what is that. Where the mind is without fear. So what is without fear? The mind. The head is held high. So what is held high? The head. Where the knowledge is free. So what is free? Knowledge. So these are the subjects. So, where the world has not been broken. So, what is the subject of the fourth line? So, what has not been broken? The world. So, world is the subject. The poem says where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit. What is lost in this line of the poem? The lost means going to the incorrect path. Activity 4. Adjectives are words that describes noun. Nouns are words that name people, places, things and ideas. So here children, I have given one example. You also try to find out the adjectives from the poem. Try to find out. If you do not get it, I am there to help you out. Try to work in a group. Find out 10 symbols of India and write in this box. Remember that a symbol is something that represents or stands for something else. For example, the color green in India's flag does not only mean green, it also stands for fertility. Why does green have this meaning? People will have different answers to this question. Maybe green stands for fertility because it is the color of the plants that come up every spring, the color of fertile land that grows our food. People have very different ideas about what symbol means. What does your group think their favorite symbol of India means? So try to find out, children, what is your favorite symbol of India. Here on the right hand side, this is my favorite symbol of India, tiger. Tiger is the national animal of India. Why it is called the national animal? Because it symbolizes the combination of stamina, agility and tremendous power. Agility, ability to move quickly and easily. Tremendous, intensity. So children, here I complete my video. The next activity will be put in the next video. Till then, goodbye.